Hello and welcome to the Nuclear Reactor, and today we'll be reacting to What If Raditz Turned Good GT Edition Part 3. I hope y'all are liking these reactions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, please. And follow me on Twitter, and let me know what y'all want me to react to more of. I really appreciate it, and here we go.
There's something about these Dragon Balls that don't sit well with the likes of Raditz. Could it be starting something?
The Black Stars.
Hey guys, MasakoX here. The basis for a lot of the content getting shared from this very channel is the whole notion from when we took Raditz and made him into a good guy all those years ago. From there, it managed to help motivate people into realizing that, hey, Raditz is pretty cool actually.
Yep.
Think of the potential he could have had if only for the likes of the original creators realizing it in the first place. Oh well. We managed to shed some light onto the brother of Goku, and what we got has been pretty special. Over 2.5 years later, we are in a better place than ever when it comes to embracing the best of what this tall and hairy chap has to offer. But there is a realm that has been getting a lot of requests to cover lately. Despite the lack of certainty, nevertheless you guys want it, so you guys got it. Today, we continue the question that we posed a while back, and that is, what if Raditz turned good in the realm of Dragon Ball GT? But before we step into this better grand tour, I want to tell you about a brand new line of Dragon Ball merch, not from me, but from the people over at Uniqlo. You see, they've launched their brand new Dragon Ball Z UT collection in collaboration with the renowned Japanese collage artist Kosuke Kawamura. Now, some of the show's most iconic moments, as well as some of the more modern classics, have been realized and made into really striking designs onto Uniqlo's super comfortable shirts already. Over time, I've bought several of the previous Dragon Ball shirts from them, and I must say that these new shirts, they're just great. I mean, look at that! It's got a little pocket with a Chaozu on it. He's giving you a hug. Isn't that neat?
And look at Freezer. He looks mint. I mean, literally, his color's mint. Chocolate mint.
Choose from 28 different styles for all ages to truly embody the mission of the UT brand to fully show off what you love and to show people that Dragon Ball Z is pretty great. These are just some of the examples of what you could get, and in fact, I'm actually wearing one of these right now for this What If. I mean, I can tell for sure that I'm definitely representing, this kind of split effect with Goku and the Super Saiyan. I mean, I have to admit, that's kind of neat. So be sure to check out Uniqlo's DBZ UT range by checking the links in the description and in the pinned comment below. Thank you for your time. Now, speaking of time, in the last part, our contingent went to the planet M2 to find more of the Black Star Dragon Balls and had their tussle with General Rildo, with the little Raditz proving to be a handy feature going into the battle itself. After the Sigma Force had their fun with them and got promptly vaporized by the gang when they got their act together, and thanks to the handiwork of a much more useful and much less grating Pan, thank you very much, Ranch.
Aw, thank God. Because she always used, I mean, she's okay as a character, but she used to get on my fucking nerves. She was just too much of a freaking brat.
This, Earth is having problems of its own, with the twin brothers Daikon and Muli being subject to the torment of Baby, and then proceeding to find their way through the rest of the Earth-based Dragon team, before trying to get Vegeta, but getting Ranch instead. Yep, you guys weren't happy about that, and yeah, it had to happen. Ranch cannot get all the best things happening to her just because she's an OC on this channel. We have to think like Toriyama, and if Ranch is popular with the fans, then we have to put her in peril sometimes to make sure that gets the audience going. That is the ethos of our What Ifs. Throughout all of this, our main team are blissfully unaware as to what has gone down on the planet. They have been busy trying to save it by collecting all 7 Black Star Balls again. Goku, Raditz, Pan, Trunks, Goten, and their new tool/friend Giru are back from space, because they have completed their mission, with time to spare. They are naturally given to Dende for safekeeping, with the Guardian being extremely grateful for their handiwork. With their work complete, the gang can relax for the first time in what seems like
so they
ages.
think.
Now the next thing to do would be to make sure that Goku and Raditz could now become adults again. But there's something amiss. the Guardian is under control of the nefarious Baby Ranch, something that our heroes seem to be unaware of at this time. Ranch's mind knowing how to perfectly mimic the mindset of Dende to make sure the illusion is all the more convincing. Before the gang can return home to celebrate and then press on to gather the Earth's Dragon Balls, they get accosted by their own families, who are at the lookout for some reason. Raditz can see Blue Launch looking pretty stoic. That's weird. Something which perturbs the Saiyan immensely. "Launch, darling? I didn't expect to, see you here. What are you doing with that thing?" Launch doesn't reply. Her chosen means to communicate is to shower the gang with pellets, which is then the cue for the rest of the party to follow suit. Gohan and the twins follow up this bizarre scene by blasting the guys away, but it doesn't quite work. In a crucial moment, the Six get saved by Vegeta, who managed to run away from Baby's earlier sojourn. When everything calms down and the gang are hidden for a brief second, Vegeta quietly explains to them that everyone on the planet is under the control of an alien parasite creature, and that it has taken over Ranch completely, and in turn...
So instead of it being Mr. Satan who does all this and lets them know, as he was safely inside Majin Buu, it's Vegeta. Interesting.
The rest of their friends are her minions. Vegeta was
So
able
Baby
to barely
Ranch, then?
escape. Baby! Goku looks shocked.
You mean that little robot thing survived? How did it get here?
This whole thing has gotten Pan and Goku rather inquisitive, concerned, and really wanting to know more. And as the questions get hurled in the prince's direction, there is one member who is seething with anger, sparks flying. Raditz is absolutely seething with rage. He is growling louder and louder with every passing second. His daughter, his firstborn, is now the slave of a creepy experiment they thought to have been destroyed.
Oh yeah, that
And
would
Dr.
piss him
Mu,
off.
He hates himself for this. He hates Baby. He hates Vegeta. Why didn't he stop this? And why did he hide behind his baby girl? Vegeta can see that Raditz is sparking with fury, and can sense what is about to happen next. Yeah, Raditz almost gets into a fight with Vegeta, but our heroes have no time to waste, as they are being pursued by their nearest and dearest. Raditz and Vegeta are staring at each other, and Vegeta bows his head towards
How would
him.
you
"I'm
feel if
sorry,
that happened to you?
Raditz." This
And the
pauses
fight
Raditz's
those you
anger for a
cared
second.
about?
The prince
To the death.
apologizing? This is enough to knock anyone out of their red mist. Before anyone can process this, there are two friendly faces which then arrive to provide extra help. They are saved by the likes of Shin and Kibito, and are teleported to safety in the sacred world of the Kais. The minions can no longer sense the intruders on the lookout, nor have any idea where they've gone. Now with some space between them, and their now enemies gone, their group try to figure out what to do. They even consider asking Whis and Beerus for help, but they doubt that they would come to their aid for this. They've been very distant these past few years, choosing not to get involved with any more of the chicanery of the Dragon Team and their troubles after getting it in the neck from the likes of the GP and the Omni King. Whis especially was so keen for the group to become less reliant on them, even if it did mean that there were less trips to Earth to sample the delicacies on offer. There were plenty of angelic tears shed that day. That doesn't stop Raditz, though, being any less devastated. And he feels that he can't hurt his daughter, not even if it's being controlled by Baby. It's just not possible. Surprisingly, Vegeta compounds the earlier empathy and comforts him, apologizing again for failing her as a teacher and a protector.
No, she wouldn't have stood idle. She did what she'd been taught to do all her life. To protect the ones that she cares about. If you had been possessed, we would have had no chance of surviving.
Vegeta smirks a little at the indirect compliment, but doesn't stop Raditz's lament. He wants to hear a bit more complimenting.
By doing that, we might be able to save the planet from doom, but...
Raditz looks down and tears fall down from his face. His entire family are gone. He just says no more. Nobody does. Not even Shin and Kibito. And they don't get human emotions, so this is pretty deep. Meanwhile, the Black Star Balls are given to Baby Ranch by the evil Dende, and the dragon gets summoned again to enact her wish, which, like in the original,
Is
wants
gonna
to
blow
get
up the Earth.
planet Plant back. Shin can sense something going down. A planet has suddenly appeared near Earth. Something that shouldn't happen. It shouldn't be possible. unless actioned by either himself or the GP. Kibito can feel this too, and they both look to the direction of the new planet, with the assistant to the Supreme Kai muttering,
"There's no more time to lose. We have to do something. Now. The Black Star balls have been used again."
The gang snap out of their funk and begin to run through all the possible ideas they have to spare. They first figure out that Super Saiyan Blue would be no good right now, as that would just drain both Goku and Raditz too quickly to do anything meaningful. To ensure that the two Saiyans could be 100% useful, they would need a wish on the...
That would be true, like, to the extent that Super Saiyan 3 drained Goku in the original. So, yeah, then it would be compounded even more, wouldn't it, if he went Super Saiyan Blue. Interesting.
...and Namekian Dragon Balls to bring them back to adulthood. But they've got no time for that. Vegeta then wonders if perhaps the power of Super Saiyan 4 could manage to turn Kakarot and Raditz back into adults, at least temporarily. He knows how to enact it, but they can't easily get back to Capsule Corp right now to get to the Bloodwave machine. But then, Raditz disagrees to this idea, choosing not to resort to Super Saiyan 4. Instead, he decides to go together with Goten and Trunks, who would try to buy the rest of the group some time. Maybe the three of them will be able to get through to Ranch and make her snap out of the monster's control. Trunks is particularly determined to make sure
Goten's
this works.
not under
His
the
love can't have just
control?
let this beast dominate her like that. Kibito allows this bold plan to
Goten and Trunks aren't under... oh, that's right. They went with him, didn't they? Okay.
go ahead, but then state that if there is any chance that any of them could end up being placed under the baby's control, he would either get them out of there before it could happen,
Or kill 'em.
or just end them right there on the spot. Meanwhile, Shin leaves the group, telling them that he will try to gather reinforcements, whatever he means by that. I mean, it's better than just standing around here and doing nothing, waiting for things to just pan out like usual. And so the plan begins.
Wonder
They
who the
return to Earth with
reinforcements
Raditz,
are.
Goten, and Trunks confronting Baby Ranch, trying to get her to turn back to normal. But the monster is deeply rooted in her mind. Raditz is pleading desperately for Baby to get out of his daughter, with Baby loving all of this anguish.
Oh? You don't like me in your baby girl's body? Well, Raditz, Papa, I like it in here. Your baby girl is as good as dead.
Raditz is using every fibre of his being not to lash out right now, but instead quietly tells the boys to fuse and not hold back. Trunks and Goten choose not to argue with this. It is decided then. It's Gotenks versus Baby Ranch, with Raditz trying to help to the best of his abilities. This childlike body was funny at first, but it's proven to be completely ill-equipped in trying to save the world, and he feels pretty useless right now. In normal circumstances, the fight between Gotenks and Ranch would look quite different, but Baby was able to greatly increase the power of Ranch, so the fused warrior
like with
has to
Vegeta.
not let his guard down at all. Especially when neither Goten and Trunks really want to hurt Ranch. And as that's going down, Goku gets back his tail and tries to train with it for a bit to get himself used to the feeling again, with Vegeta trying to explain Super Saiyan 4 to him.
It's like your internal great ape and your normal form merged into one. The primal power unleashed in a more controlled state.
Also, you get hairier.
I got enough of that vanity from the young ones. I don't need it from you.
At the same time, the fusion of Goten and Trunks has been unable to do anything, and thusly splits, leaving them open to Baby Ranch's desires. She is about to absorb them, adding them to the hive, but Raditz rushes into her with full power. No more loss! Baby enjoys the irony going on right now, and proceeds to toy with Raditz, beating him mercilessly after each power-up. He doesn't get the escape of being absorbed, no, he'll be ended. That is until Vegeta and Goku show up! Feeling a bit outnumbered, Baby Ranch sends her army of minions led by the possessed Daikon, Muli, and Gohan against them, and even mocks Goten and Trunks by having Daikon and Muli fusing into Dali, who is brutally efficient under the monster's control. Goku is unable to turn into Super Saiyan 4 whilst in the middle of this fracas, and the army is ever growing. But Shin is there, with the cavalry. Kale, Caulifla, and Kaba are here to help. Kaba helps Goten and Trunks against Dali, while Kale and Caulifla decide to get their friend out of the monster's grasp and take her full attention by, that's right, fusing. Baby Ranch is losing her advantage, as she is now forced to face against Kale, the Metamor infusion of Kale and Caulifla, as well as Goku and Vegeta. Just then, the possessed Bulma bombards her with Blutz waves in order to turn her into the
Kale
Golden
is so cool.
Ape form. Yes, we know that this form is technically before Super Saiyan 4, but let's assume that this is a special Ozaru form created for this continuity. But before the process is completed, Raditz manages to get in the way of the machine and absorbs a ton of waves. So much so, in fact, that he transforms into a Golden Great Ape himself. He grabs Golden Ape Baby Ranch and holds her in a powerful hug. Baby is trying to fight this, but the Ozaru has awakened the inner Saiyan nature of Ranch. When she realizes what is happening, the Ranch
Interesting.
within her uses all of her mental prowess to fight off the parasite and get it out of her body. At that moment, in the middle of this father-daughter embrace, Baby is expelled. Before he knows what's happened, he is surrounded by a lot of angry Super Saiyans with now a Super Saiyan 4 Ranch and Super Saiyan 4 Raditz leading the charge, who decimate him with a
Cool.
joint ki blast,
That's
thus freeing
awesome.
everyone from his control. After that, Ranch falls down, exhausted. But it's not over yet. Our heroes have to evacuate everyone and call on the Namekians
Oh,
for
yeah.
help, because the wish on the Black Star Dragon Balls has drastically sped up the boom time. Luckily, they managed to fix the blown up Earth, but Goku and Raditz are still stuck as children. But it doesn't matter though. They can always ask Earth's Dragon Balls to help still. But something is weird. They didn't have that weird glow around them before. And that's where we're going to be leaving things for right now. So what do you guys think? How do you think this next arc is going to go? Are we going to see Super 17 at all? Leave a comment below and let's get this
Interesting.
discussion going.
I want
And
to see
shall
that.
see
Ooh,
you
Super 17
in the
too?
next video.
That'd be
Catch you later.
interesting. Wonder if he'll do that movie. Because I'd like to see that. Super 17 was awesome. But I hope y'all enjoyed that reaction. And let me know what y'all mainly want me to react to. Because I'm going to have to squeeze things in and stuff when I start reacting to full-length animes on my Patreon. I'll post much shorter versions of it on here and stuff. If I'm able to get around all the copyright shit. But hope y'all enjoyed this reaction, and let me know what y'all want me to react to, and also what anime would be a good one to react to as the first anime on my channel. Let me know what y'all think. Until next time, peace. I hope y'all enjoyed my reaction. If you like my content, then like and subscribe, please, and follow me on Twitter for video updates. The link will be in the description below, and as always, stay nuclear.